This past year in Sydney changed me. It was a year full of opportunities, a year of walking through new doors, a year that shaped me more than my hometown ever did. I grew up back home, but I became who I am in Sydney. Leaving wasn't easy. Once you build a life somewhere, it becomes a second home. But as an international student, you don't get to forget where you came from. Parents age, time moves fast, and no amount of grinding replaces going home. So this is me heading back to India after an intense, unforgettable year. My flight was from Sydney to Singapore, and I accidentally booked myself an 18.5-hour layover. Smart, I know. Landing in Singapore, I had two choices: rot in the airport like a zombie or drag myself out and actually explore the city. So I crossed the immigration alone. Again, new country, zero plans. Just figuring out the train system like a classic international student who survived living in Sydney alone for the past 2 years. At some point, I just told myself, stop being dramatic and go explore. So I crossed the immigration alone, figured out the train system, and honestly felt weirdly proud of myself. Bought an eSIM, got everything set up, and immediately realized how ridiculously clean and efficient Singapore's transport is. Zero noise, zero chaos, and extremely smooth. I walked around a few gardens and smaller streets first, just getting a feel of the city. Everything was so organized, clean, and honestly kind of refreshing compared to the usual airport layover mess. Then I reached Marina Bay Sands. Before even hitting breakfast, I walked through the shopping center, and the view was insane. The whole place feels like money, and you just stand there looking broke but impressed. After that, I finally sat down for breakfast. Avocado toast, iced coffee, and a strawberry French cheesecake that absolutely murdered my wallet. But the experience was worth every dollar. I walked over to Gardens by the Bay. The place is massive and completely engineered to look unreal. You're basically walking through a city that decided to become a forest. The super trees are insane up close. Huge metal structures covered in plants, all powered by solar energy. The entire area is built around sustainability, and you can actually feel it. It doesn't look like it's forced, it looks intentional. From certain points, you can see the Singapore Flyer, the giant Ferris wheel, right across the water, and the view just hits differently. Futuristic skyscrapers on one side and full greenery on the other. Explored the city, came back to the airport, checked in, and took my flight to Mumbai. Reached Mumbai at night, had to wait till morning for my final flight, got McDonald's because nothing else was open. The coffee, no comment. Once you adapt to Aussie coffee, everything else tastes like disappointment. Boarded the last flight, couldn't sleep at all because I was too excited, meeting my parents, my dog, my sister, all of it was hitting me at once. The whole trip was chaotic, exhausting, and long, but the year I left behind in Sydney, one of the best of my life. Thank you, Sydney, for all the lessons, the independence, and for shaping me into someone who can walk into any country alone and figure it out. I will see you in 2026. Thank you for watching.